with that power spike. So now FENNEL adversity. Where are they going to take this? It's looking like a big swap of picks minus the Thresh so far. So now we're looking into Kai'Sa Nami perhaps. So no disengage, but at least a lot of poke, a lot of sustain. And now that they see that is going to be Thresh on Wura, it means they're very confident coming into this matchup. Mundo, welcome back.
Jinx as well.
Jinx? Is this a lock-in?
It is.
What?
Mundo and Jinx.
Okay, this is very interesting because usually when we see a Jinx, you want to protect them as much as you can. You want to set up as much as you can. And this is sending them to the late game. The biggest question is, will they survive the late game? And we talked about this exactly, Infinity. Nami, Olaf, Orianna. This is well, not exactly because we said Lulu, but it's similar. If you ban out the Seraphine, there's still the Orianna as an option. No, I said Nami earlier. I'm pretty sure I said Nami earlier with the tidal
Lulu
wave
Jinx,
engage with the movement speed.
Lulu Jinx
now
is
MIRMOOOO.
open. They could pick up the Lulu for themselves, but
where's the Thresh going? Thresh top. Okay, it's now Yaohan possibly on this Graves. Mundo jungle or Mundo top and then Graves jungle. There is an interesting possibility here. What we're gonna be seeing. I'm gonna wait for them to settle in because I'm very excited.
Is this gonna be a Graves jungle or Ari Baron lane? I'm confused, but since they changed things up, you now have Graves as a Baron lane, Dr. Mundo as a jungle, and Ari into the mid lane. Now this is much more understandable. The question is, how can Thresh and Jinx play this out up against a Kai'Sa Nami as we've known as a dominant level 1?
Yeah, because I really like this Jinx pick because, you know, Jinx Thresh, you death sentence, and then you get the chonkers. No, not chonkers. Chompers, rather.
Right.
The chompers. So it's a really good CC lock, sequence of skills. You just basically ensure the death of whoever's just gonna catch that death sentence. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna work because usually when we see a Jinx composition, you build around it. But for MIRMOOOO, there's so many champions that require their items that are going to starve in this scenario. So we'll see if the snowball potential can happen.
And to add on to that, now the question is, how will Thresh play this out? Because I think currently, Thresh is probably like 0% win rate so far in this game. Omega Esports has played this a while ago in their game and has lost. And yesterday, MIRMOOOO Esports has played this, I think, and they've lost as well. So where is Wura going to go with this Thresh? Is this going to be a dominant Thresh? Or is this going to be some squishy champion that is going to be kept on dominated onto a Dani and Raffi combo with Kai'Sa and Dami available for FENNEL adversity?
Yeah, they are actually getting pushed in already. Because you usually... Well, the jungler is a Mundo. It's not like something that's strong in the early game. So I suppose Wura is sadly going to be leashed into the dual lane. He's not going to find these opportunities in the mid lane. He's not going to be able to impact something off the map early. So again, he is sadly going to get stuck here as Doming now going to get a counter jungle happening here.
Now look at that. FENNEL adversity is going in for the jungle invade. You have the blue buff actually being stolen down. That's going to be followed through with Acrobrissa and first blood for FENNEL adversity as Orianna take the attack down. And to add on to that is an extra toppings. And FENNEL adversity takes 2. And MIRMOOOO gets none.
That is, look at power. Did he get the Sculler away from Emperor here? He did?
He does. And Emperor is too low of an HP to even try to go for the 1v1. And Emperor, you're gonna say goodbye. You're dashing away to buy much more time. The tower just slams you down with his 2 axes. That's gonna be 3-4-0 in the first 2 minutes in the game in favor of FENNEL adversity.
This is... Imagine, it's just 2 minutes into the game, Doming is able to deny the blue buff away from the Mundo, is able to get a bonus kill as well. You've got Orianna getting first blood, you've got Doming already getting his first kill within the 2-minute mark. And so far, it is looking good for FENNEL, not looking good for MIRMOOOO. And once again, when we look at the composition of MIRMOOOO, Yaohan on this Mundo can be the tankiest, crazy tanky member and was able to soak away all the damage. Topside though. Emperor's gonna be fine.
Yep. He's just gonna use it for information. You know what? Dr. Mundo, I see him, but I want to make sure that Dr. Mundo is there. So let's just use up the Trail of the Hut.
Yeah, it's just gonna create pressure at top side, see if they can potentially snowball power as well. Seen this happen before. And yeah, for MIRMOOO, this is a pretty all-in setup once more. They're basically going to win with full-on damage. But the biggest question is, will they survive the laning phase? Because no disengage once more. All you have is, what, a measly box from the Thresh, and as well as the Lantern, I suppose. But it is something only for a single person, and not for the entirety of the squad. So we'll see what the action is going to be, because 20 seconds on the clock, more or less. The next objectives on the map, or the first objectives off the map, rather, are going to be spawning. And Rift Herald, I feel like that's going to be very juicy for FENNEL. And Air Drake to enable the roams, for sure. Especially on doming on this Rengar.
And look at the setup from MIRMOOO Esports. They're going for 3-man roam. Power doesn't have any information that he's going for it. The hook will connect, but the Ragnar will be there. Gets the kill down for MIRMOOO Esports as they take their first kill of this game. And MIRMOOO is immediately going for the Rift Herald.
Yeah, really nicely done by MIRMOO's adjustment there. They sneakily rotated MIRMOOO and Wura at topside, managing to read that Power is going to be very aggressive against the Graves at topside once more, and then getting that Rift Herald. Meaning they can possibly funnel all their gold onto MIRMOOO here. Get a First Blood Tower, get all the platings, and then see if they can balloon and speed up the process of a late game carry Jinx. Again, this is a double AD carry composition. There is an Ahri as well for that assassin. No Ragnarok just yet, so Emperor can survive a little bit and rest easy. But then, for setups, they've got the Charm, they've got the Death Sentence, they've got the Chompers for the follow-up CC. I'm just trying to paint a picture on how the fights may potentially go. Yeah, MIRMOOO can get picks for sure off of the map before they can fully commit into the fight.
Yeah, and I think the concept for MIRMOOO Esports that they're painting is you have a lot of these range champions, and Dr. Mundo will be their main tank. But we'll see how it will affect as you have MIRMOOO Esports going for the 4-man roam into jungle invade and bottom quadrant, while FENNEL Adversity is going for the topside push. So how this will turn out is off to the Olaf, as he will be the only one remaining to defend this tier 1 turret. Rift Herald will be spawned bot lane. Power will be pinned down. Ragnar will be forced immediately, and now that's going to be flat for flat.
Tidal Wave!
Tidal Wave, though, will save his side. That's going to knock up Dr. Mundo. 1 HP, he will fall. FENNEL Adversity will take one more down, as that will be the trade. MIRMOOO Esports will get a turret out of that.
A really nicely done adjustment and response from FENNEL. Look at Shaw! Look at Shaw and Doming. They want the collapse.
Yeah, and they're gonna go for it. Emperor is low HP. That's gonna be Lantern actually putting him to safety, but not for long, as he will fall. That's gonna be the triple down and under for FENNEL Adversity.
What? They were speeding across the map. Command Dissonance plus Air Drake was basically looking at them in the minimap, and they're just zooming, and MIRMOOO had no idea what was happening because their jungle is very dark. It's understandable because, again, they needed the advanced vision for them to get picks and use the Thresh pick. But then, wow, FENNEL right now, they are in a very huge lead, 6 minutes into the game, 7,000 gold lead. But, you know, most of the kills going over to Shaw. He was able to accelerate the Orion, I suppose. Leandri's already getting picked up. And an item ahead of XDXP over here on the Ahri. So it's not looking good. Mid lane. Yes, though, Death Sentence.
Yeah, Tidal Wave will actually go for the disengage. Remember, MIRMOOO wants to go for more. 1 HP coming in from the trash. He will fall with Ignite, actually burning him away. Now it's going to be the 1-4-3. FENNEL Adversity will take it home. A little bit of an extra for MIRMOOO Esports as they take Doming, but Power is wrecking havoc into the backside, actually getting off Yao on our Wura. But MIRMOOO Esports, the only one remaining is XDXP. FENNEL Adversity is going in for the 3-man dive. That's going to be a shockwave to follow through with the Killer Instinct. Puts him down. That's going to be the unofficial ace, as FENNEL Adversity has taken everyone away from MIRMOOO Esports.
This is FENNEL pushing on with their lead. They have the movement speed to escape the clutches of MIRMOO's re-engage. So now FENNEL can reset, maybe even go back for the bottom lane tower, because it's basically 1 or 2 auto attacks away of FENNEL Adversity's rage over here. We'll see Now, how MIRMOOO adjusts to this, because with the composition that they have, it's a little bit hard to pick up right now. Oh,
Trails the hunt. Actually jumps down. No follow through for
Shadows, righteous
power. But nope, they're going back. It's hard to go for the 1v5 for power there. So I think that is much more safer to go back away.
yeah, it's definitely a good call. I mean, I really love the restraint from FENNEL, considering that they are, what, 10k gold lead, 8-minute mark? They were just aiming. They're happy to aim for the objectives, happy to just scare away MIRMOOO.
Barry, though, preparing for that charm out. That's going to be Dr. Mundo into the front side. Tidal Wave will go for the disengage. Hook will connect onto one. That's going to follow through with a knockback as Kaiso will fall.
Danny down.
Will not be available into that fight no longer. Emperor, though, will fall into the hands of FENNEL Varsity. It's now currently a 1-for-2. MIRMOOO Esports trying to go back away, but Power has just too much power as he dominates into the backside. And Yaohan will be gone. MIRMOOO will gone. And Emperor will fall through with last. And MIRMOOO only has 2 members alive, while FENNEL has 4, and they're going for the Ocean Drake, secures it down as their second dragon.
I'm really loving that Omnivamp acquisition from FENNEL. And then they're going to last even more in the fights. There are lots of sustain. You got Power over there as well on the Olaf, and he's having the time of his life. And MIRMOOO Esports, again, their best chance is getting picks. They can never win in a 5v5 scenario. They have to get a pick first, enable a 4v5, and that's how they can potentially turn this game around. You can see Yaohan, very, very squishy from the Leandris that we were seeing from Shaw. Is able to just dot it down, dot Yaohan's HP down with burn, and the charm doesn't connect.
Yeah, that was from inches of death there from Crash's hook, almost connected onto Shaw, but throws the hunt, jumps onto one. But Dame will not follow through. Good call. Going back, MIRMOOO Esports will no longer get any kills. Same for FENNEL Varsity.
Now FENNEL, 10 minutes, right on the mark, right on time. They're now starting the Baron, and now MIRMOOO is getting zoned away from this area.
Yeah, because you have the Nami ready for the tidal wave, and also the Oriana with a shockwave. That rocket almost got it down, but now it's going to be Dr. Mundo goes for the flash in. He will not get a steal, and he will die in the hands of FENNEL Varsity. That will be the buy one, take one, and FENNEL Varsity wants to go for more as they want a little bit more extra coming down. And Emperor will fall, and now MIRMOOO Esports is down left into 3 members to defend the base. The hook will connect, but Power will come through. Loosh against Wura, and now FENNEL Varsity has taken an inhibitor turret, and the Baron buff is secured.
What a FENNEL, full control from the beginning, even up until now. This is a very snowbally lead from them. Shaw, already godlike, already has a Rabadons in his pocket. Twin Shadows as well. To get that slow, find and scout in the deeper ends of the jungle, push more with their lead, and then it's going to be an easy shockwave as well. Of a setup. Look at Shaw doing the split push with the rest of the squad. MIRMOOO and the rest as well, and has no choice but to run away from this one.
Yeah, but Kaisa goes in. That's going to be Seeker. Goes for the killer instinct. Goes for the backside. Kills all them MIRMOOO. And that will be the kill that FENNEL Varsity wants as they remove the ADC and also Yaohan. And MIRMOOO Esports is left with 3 members while FENNEL Varsity is pushing with a Baron buff. Now XDXP wants to go for the defense with Ari, but that is going to be 2 inhibitor turrets going to go down. And FENNEL Varsity has taken away everything away from MIRMOOO Esports.
Oh my word, this is completion from FENNEL, and now they're looking to end the game and get that revenge against MIRMOOO from the first round robin.
Yeah, the last inhibitor turret will fall. MIRMOOO Esports will lose every single inhibitor turrets that are defending their Nexus base. But FENNEL Varsity is happy to go for that one. They've gained a lot more gold. Look at the gold difference. 20k gold.
Yeah, that is huge. That is, I think, the biggest lead that we've seen so far today. And it has been FENNEL, full control. Every single lane has won. And the moment that FENNEL gets a lead, even if it's minuscule, they know that that's enough for them to keep pushing forward. And the comp that they have, oh, no, okay, the port's not going to be canceled, but It is going to be take 2 on the siege.
Drove the hunt, jumps in, tidal wave, goes for the knockup. That's gonna be the disengage coming in. MIRMOOOO Esports wants to live, but they are no longer safe. FENNEL is just jumping around onto the fountain, and kills are done. Triple kill for Kaisa. They're going for the Nexus base, and this is gonna be the 2-0 sweep as they wipe out MIRMOOOO.